So, let's see. What is this? Imagination. Imagine the wish fulfilled. Excuse the writing for that. I know it does look slightly horrible, probably. Yes, I just wrote it now. Right. Something that you had as a kid, right? And then it's funny because when you get older, it's discouraged. It's seen as silly. It's seen as it's made out to be unreasonable. I was thinking about this, and I remember the time when I was a kid, of course, since as we all were, and how more fulfilling your life was, and how things seemed to just work out in a way. Now, not everyone has decent lives, I must say. Some kids have very hard and challenging lives. But overall, I'm reflecting on my own life and the majority, I would say. We had this imagination, this world of endless possibility, limitless, unlimited, unbound by any restrictions. And that was the world of imagination. Like I said, discouraged when you do become an adult, right? It becomes discouraged. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, imagination is actually your biggest, strongest, most effective, efficient tool to crafting the reality that you want. Let me put it like this. Isn't it funny? Isn't it really funny that super successful people always promote the use of the imagination? If you look at the greats of the mind, of explaining the mind, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind, they always talk about imagination, right? To some degree, all right? And then you think to yourself, wow, I've not actually even utilized imagination. I've just been shoving it to the side and thinking I'm being practical. I'm thinking I'm going to do more and do more action and less thinking. Okay, yeah, probably that's the mule method, I would say. I made that up now. The mule method. The mule method is when there's no thinking, there's just action, and I'm just going to do a whole bunch of stuff and work myself into a grave because that's apparently what matters and that's what everyone tells me, and I'm going to follow what everyone else is doing because that is how I'm going to achieve somewhat success. That's the lie I'm going to live, to work myself into an early grave, to work myself unable when I get older. You shouldn't be having a lot of health problems by the age of 50. It's not actually normal. It's become normal because people are pushing the mule method. The mule method. So how about we use our imaginations for a bit? How about we imagine a world where we can achieve anything, where we imagine a life that is so fulfilling and it's so purposeful and there's so much meaning and blissfulness and connection. Imagine that life, right? Oh, if you can imagine really well, it feels so real, doesn't it? It feels super real. To me, it does. Live as though the wish is fulfilled. Imagine the wish fulfilled. What is stopping you from doing that? What is stopping you from using that faculty within your mind that you've been given? You've been given a gift. You know, it is a little bit disrespectful to throw away your gifts, to throw away your abilities. Everyone always says, I don't have any talents, I don't have any gifts, or I'm just a regular person with nothing to give to the world. Okay. What about your imagination? You're just going to discard that? You're just going to discard it and say, oh yeah, it's not really important, is it? It's not really effective. But you haven't even tried. You limit yourself and you put these limits because no one else told you that it's not effective. You just believe what everyone else is doing and saying. But you believing what the guy says is living a unfulfilling life. Did you know that majority of people just complain? Majority of people just complain. They're just unhappy, ungrateful about everything. Anything that happens, they're motivated by things that are not really, don't really have value. They're motivated by things like, oh, the more I work, the more money I can make. This is their motivation. Okay, cool. You've made more money. Can you go on holiday? Not really. You still can't go on a holiday, can you? Yeah, at most you can do it once a year. So use your imagination and construct a reality that you want to live. That's what I'm doing. And it feels great. It really feels great. I wish I could share this feeling with people. You know, it's not every day that I feel amazing and on top of the world, but it's almost every day. It's because I'm imagining the wish fulfilled. I'm imagining that person who I am, who has achieved the goals, who is living the fulfilling life, the purposeful life, the blissful life, who's experiencing joy every single day, who's experiencing purpose every single day and meaning, having a meaning, feeling impactful, you know, feeling like you really are insightful and knowledgeable and you know what you're doing and you know how much impact you have on the world, positive impact. That's such a beautiful life. That's such a fulfilling life. So that is my wish fulfilled. That's how I live it. I live through that framework. I imagine the framework. I imagine the truth of that reality. I feel it. I live in the feeling. I feel that feeling, you know. The feeling of the accomplishment is done. The feeling of, you know, when you have the goal of you being the person that has, I feel that identity. Because there's something inside me, when I go in times of self-reflection and stillness, there's something inside of me that says it, that confirms it. Because I do not look to the outside world for validation. I do not look to the outside world for confirmation. I don't. I look inside my inner world. I look inside from my heart, from my higher self, from my higher being. That's where I pull it from. That's where I source that feeling from. The feeling of accomplishment, the feeling that it's already done. It says in the Bible that you must, something along the lines of you must pray and you will get what you ask for, but you must embody it. You must embody as if the prayer, as if the request has already happened. That is up to you. That is the two greatest gifts that we have received from God. Not religiously. I'm not particularly saying one religion. So please don't think like, oh no, he's talking about this. He's talking about Islam. He's talking about Christianity. No, God gave you two gifts, all right? Speech and your mind. He gave you the ability to use your imagination, to think about things, to construct realities within your mind, and the speech. So what you say, but also the inner voice. The inner voice. That's also your power. Right? It's your two very powerful tools, which is imagination comes from those faculties, you know. As you, maybe not from speech, okay? As you speak words of power of your life, and you know, your inner self-talk is very positive, and you imagine the world, you construct your reality, you construct, you know, the feeling, and then you embody it. All right? That's what you do. You imagine the feeling as if it exists. That's the beauty. And that's what you can do. Imagination. Imagine the wish fulfilled. Even if I say this message to 1 million people and 10 people do it and imagine and live, trust me, those 10 people are going to experience beautiful lives. Beautiful lives. Don't let anyone else tell you that it's unrealistic. Why are they telling you that? Why are they telling you that it's silly and stupid and it's woo-woo and all of these things? Why are they telling you that? Firstly, look at that person. Are they living a fulfilling life? What are they doing? What are their habits? Are they where they want to be? Probably not. Okay, cool. Move on. Start imagining. You start imagining. You start doing it. And then you see, maybe something beautiful happens. It's not a guarantee. This is a fulfilling life is not just guaranteed by using your imagination. I'm not saying that. Again, many roads can lead to the same destination. But it's worth a try. If you've tried everything, if you've tried action, you've tried this, you've constantly done this, you've done the mule method, and you're sick and tired, and you just want to try something else and be so effective and so efficient, use your imagination. Start constructing that reality. Start getting in touch with the identity that is going to help you to attain those things that are already yours, because that identity knows what you need to do. Go in stillness, go and self-reflect and see and use your imagination. Imagine that the feeling is already yours. Anyways, peace out. Good luck. Try it out. If not, it's all good. Also want to say, do follow me, do comment, like, and these kinds of things, because ultimately it helps. Although I imagine that I'm super successful on social media and YouTube and all of that. I imagine that. However, there's an algorithm that exists, you know what I mean? So the algorithm obviously needs to be fed. So if you can like, if you can share, if you can do all of those things, that means a lot, because that means that the algorithm is going to see, right, people actually like this. All right. Anyways, have a good one. Take care. I'm about to go to the gym, so you better do some physical exercise today as well. Good luck.